In a crisis situation, by the way, most crises are not predicted, either on a global basis or business level. So, for example, nobody predicted 9/11. Very few economists, less than a handful in the whole world, predicted the financial crisis in 2008. Nobody predicted the global pandemic, the COVID pandemic, and nobody predicted that Putin would invade Ukraine. Nobody predicted Global 7th. So when these crises come, and in my business career, I've had 3 occasions when I've nearly lost my business. I didn't predict any of them. It's how you deal with the crisis. That's what matters. In a crisis situation, sadly, most people do not behave well. They try and cut corners. They're always looking out their own self-interest. And it's very difficult in those situations to actually rise above it and behave with integrity. And I've managed to do that. You do it by having a strong brand. You do it by having the support of your team and your family. My wife has stood by me throughout. I met her a year after I started Cobra Beer, and she's been by my side right the way through the journey. And without her support, I wouldn't be here. And of course, behaving always with integrity. And the best definition of integrity I've heard is when we hosted the Archbishop of Canterbury, Rowan Williams, at the Zoroastrian Centre some years ago, Harrow in London, and I made the welcome speech, and he responded by saying Lord Bilimoria has used the word integrity 3 times in a speech, and the word integrity applies very much to the Zoroastrian Parsi community, who are very renowned for their integrity. And he said the word integrity comes from the Latin and Greek words integer, integrum, which mean wholeness, and we cannot practice integrity if you're fragmented in front of the light. You can only practice integrity if you're whole and complete. And I've always tried to behave with that manner. And if you like cricket, it's playing with a straight bat. I'm very proud that recently, when I exited from Cobra Beer, when I nearly lost my business in 2009 and had to go through a painful restructuring, I'd resolved then that I would settle my creditors and even my shareholders. It took me 16 years, and I've managed to do that, including settling my shareholders who I have no legal obligation whatsoever to pay them anything. The surprise that people, when they received the gifts from me, was remarkable. I got emails, messages, handwritten letters saying this has never happened before. We would never have expected anyone to do this. Makes me very happy.